Alright, so thank you for attending the meeting, guys. It's not as big a turnout, I think, as last month, but you know, who's counting? Certainly not me. Um, we're going to start off with the recent donor changes, which, if you haven't noticed yet, we have changed dedicated supporter. It is now called Premium. Not only that, but we've gotten rid of game-supported supporter packages, such as Counter-Strike and Gmod. It's now just all Premium. There's also the lifetime premium, in case you know you have more money than sense and you want to give it to Abdul. That could always work. Now, last community meeting, this was brought up at the end, and people had a lot of questions. We are going to be updating the Prestige Gaming logo, and with that, we are also going to be looking into the merchandising project we said we would be doing last month. And so if you, I mean, that's going to be probably, I don't know, soonish. Yeah. You'll hear more about it soon. Now, if you have any experience with designing merchandise, send Abdul a form PM with like a little, maybe like a little portfolio, or show him some of your work you've done. And I think that's about all. I believe it be architects with quality assurance.
Yes. Alright, I'm just going to cover a few things relatively shortly. First and foremost, quality assurance is still going strong with its applications being open. We're open for qualified and interested people. Here's a link to the apply thread for the format if that interests you. Spam it a little bit here. Alright. Next up is covering a promotion to advisor that happened recently. If you hadn't noticed, there's a person named C6E who is in quality assurance, and they were promoted to advisor. Congratulations, C6. You're here. His mic is muted, but he's with us in spirit.
Yes, thank you.
No, he's not.
That is the second point that I wanted to cover. Relatively short, but I did want to let anyone who didn't know that he's leadership now know that. Lastly is that we have kind of tightened up on our standards for our recruits as of a recent suggestion that was posted. It's not entirely clear to most people reading that thread, but for those in the inner fold, it basically just means that we're clamping down on poor behavior in our recruits and in pretty much anyone in the community in general. Here's a link to that and to the end of the thread there. And with that, I'm going to toss it to KitKat covering admin trainer activities.
Hi. As you may have noticed if you happen to play the lovely jailbreak server, we haven't had a rules update in a while, but that changed yesterday. So if you guys want to check out the new rule changes, they're all highlighted in red, apart from a couple of slight word changes where it said you could hold a gun out for 3 seconds or less. Now it says you can hold the gun out 3 seconds or less. Whatever the wording was with that, but it says contraband now. So make sure that you guys read those at some point. Note to the admins, please do check out the link that Architect posted about the recruit standard implications. You guys need to be checking that immediately because it's an important thing for you guys to notice that the guideline has changed for recruit bans. And I'm going to pass over to Pesty Butt.
Boo. Well, I am the EC Divisional Manager, if you don't know. Shut up, Sheer. We host events almost daily, and we will probably be like this until the end of summer. And please try and enjoy them before they stop. Here's a link to where you can find all those events. And we will open up for more people to apply if you feel like it. And ta-da! Back there. And yes, Vegas, you are quitting EC. And now we can go over to Drew and his tag team stuff.
Alright. So start off with the tech team. Right now we're looking for source pawn and Mo developers for some big projects that are going to be coming up soon. Preferably, I'm looking for at least intermediate to advanced skill, so understanding how major plugins and game modes work. And Deus has some other things to talk about.
We've decided that we're officially closing mapping applications. So therefore, our overflow of mappers and those who wished to join in the future when we eventually maybe either boot out or lose some mappers, those will open in the future. But we're good on those guys. So please stop flooding us with mappers. They're starting to outnumber the coders and it's getting really hard to push them back. There's this other one. Gary's Mod Death Run and Bunny Hop Hard, I'm sure as you've noticed, have been discontinued. They were discontinued due to activity issues and slot filling issues, and solely because having a hard server and an easy server was completely redundant, and that's dumb. Death Run had some major issues that we weren't going to really look into further and fix, as well as it just had major activity issues and we did have to drop it. It may return in the future, we don't know. In their place will be coming 2 new servers, one of which will be announced at the end of the meeting, and we get to all go have fun there after this. And I believe we're gonna go to Architect now with that MT stuff.
Alright, I'm speaking in place of someone who cannot speak. I think we all know who it is. Now, we're going to be extending the deadline for the Moments of the Month news post, which is located at that thread. That'll be extended until the end of August because we want to collect more clips. We're always looking for more. Demos from competitive CS matches can also be submitted if you want to. It may not exactly appear in the Moments of the Month as we know it now, though it may come out to be something a little bit different, a little bit spicy, a little bit juicy. Now, we're also looking for artists, in particular artists with mid to high quality knowledge in that field. You know, they can produce relatively solid art. If you have an interest in that, you should check out that thread that I linked. I'm going to spam it one more time. It's basically relatively similar format to the thread I linked before. Now after that, I'm just going to toss it back to KitKat. She's going to cover something else, not related to media team.
It's kind of related. They write something for it. So as you guys know, we have a monthly community spotlight, and this month I would like to have you all congratulate one of my beautiful ATs, Duckers.
Woo!
Yay! Congratulations, Duckers. As some of you may know, if you're an admin, he does some pretty cool work in AT and training you guys, and then he does a pretty cool work along with the rest of the team in answering your questions when you have them. And you guys know there are billions of them, so let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, Days. I can't clap, but yay!
My arm hurts now.
Sorry, I only have one hand. I can't clap.
Who am I
He has a
handing
hook
over
on
to?
the other.
Alright, does anyone else have anything else before I
The
move
technical
on?
team have a short announcement to wrap up. and then we'll be going
That
to
was
the
the end.
question.
That will be at the complete
Not
end of the
actually,
meeting.
but well, okay, that'll be after questions then.
Oh, they're doing it after?
Preferably.
After
Alright.
questions.
Then
Yeah, let's
I'm
do it
gonna
then.
I'm gonna steal the spotlight. So I just want to point out that everyone, it's MRPC's 2-year birthday, so wish him good luck with all that. That's pretty cool.
He turned 2 today?
Yeah. Another thing is, a lot of you may not know, but we're supposed to have 2 community managers. So we did a leadership vote, and I think we got the results back, and Abdul dual counted. I'm sure it wasn't rigged or anything. Say hello to your new community manager.
Told ya.
Holy shit! Thanks, guys.
Is this a monarchy now? What is this?
The
Yeah.
power couple.
Yes, it's a power couple. I totally married the guy. Wow. Anyway, thank you.
Now we can do questions and answers. Well, it'd be hard with the flood, but alright, so if you want to ask a question, request talk power with a description of your